Ew, am I right? So it seems Gotham has a new villain in town who's going by the name of Destiny. Real name, Mr. Borelli.
They literally
Mr.
did.
Borelli,
You can
Mr.
Google
Borelli,
it.
with all
Mr.
due
Pickle
respect,
Peter.
with all due respect, you're such a fantastic moron. It's terrifying.
So I like to call him the Pigeon.
Who's Daniel Boland? Oh, Daniel Boland, this is a heavy hitter. Do you guys know who this is?
The seals in the intro. We all love the seals in the intro, don't we? Because they represent perfectly what this show's all about. But I don't want to go into that too much. It's everyone can interpret the seals their own way. However, you're not free to interpret destiny for yourselves. I'll do that for you. Thank you very much. All of your opinions will go through me. Okay? That's why you're watching me. Destiny is a very, very bad guy. I've been watching him for quite a while now, waiting in the shadows for him to slip up, and now is my moment.
Fuck it. Fuck the dude, the firefighter guy. Fuck Trump. Fuck the people that support him. I just want you to know, okay? Just in case you're confused or it seems like I'm, whatever. If one of you were in the crowd and you're a conservative fan of mine and you end up, getting blown away or whatever the fuck, I'm making fun of you the next day on Twitter. I am. 100%.
Where are my pearls? I need to clutch them. Okay? That is horrible. I can't believe anyone would say anything like that. And we need to cancel Destiny, I'm afraid. Free speech has its limits, and he's reached my limit, I'm afraid. No more speech for you, Destiny. Shh, be quiet, okay? Destiny went on the Piers Morgan show to defend his despicable worldviews, and he got his ass served to him, which was very nice, very enjoyable for people like me, the shadow lurkers.
Yeah, but when you are Destiny, let me explain to you.
Where conservatives can say anything.
No, I'm not a conservative.
They can have any conspiracy theory.
I'm not a conservative.
They can have any plot. They can do.
Dare you call Piers Morgan a conservative, Destiny, you sexual deviant? All right? Look, he's got on his show right there with you, okay? Doing their Zoom calling. He's got gay rhino, Dave Rubin, and trans Blair White. Is that Blair White? Gotta say, if it is Blair White, she's looking pretty.
Do any of these things, and then liberals are supposed to sit here and be like,
Destiny,
"Oh my God,
that's Mr. Borelli to you, Piers." For those of you who don't know, that's a little joke, by the way. I call him Mr. Borelli because that isn't his name. His name is Stephen Bonnell.
God, it's so tragic."
No, Destiny.
Absolutely not.
Let me explain.
Absolutely.
Let me explain my position because I'm not a conservative. I'm not on either side in your race, right? Here's what I think about what you did. You'd like to fire off, as you've done so far in this debate, about your fury at how disgusting Republicans are, how inhumane they are, how they never have any empathy, blah, 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 blah. And then you yourself actually are exactly the person that you're describing. You are inhuman. You are somebody who seems almost gleeful that a young firefighter with a family, with a wife and children, who he was protecting as he was shot dead, that he deserved what was coming to him because he went to a President Trump rally, a man who was President of the United States until recently for 4 years and maybe again. You sound almost gleeful, Destiny, and I'm sorry. That makes you, frankly, despicable.
Speaking of despicable, Piers, I bet you don't know this about Destiny. I bet you didn't know this about him before you had him on your show. Because I've been watching Destiny for a couple of years now. And a trigger warning, right? What I'm about to show you, I'm just going to show it you written on the screen. It's what a woman said about him the other day. And I can confirm that he is definitely into this kind of stuff, okay? Because I've listened to enough of him. I know that this is true, okay? Okay? Triggered. You're warned. You've been warned, okay? Look away for 5 seconds now in 3, 2, 1 if you do not want to be sick. Okay? 3, 2, 1. Now, some of you will be sitting at home saying, ad hominem. And I hear you. I hear you. But I don't care. Anyone who does that kind of thing, bad person. Not each to their own. Not everyone, whatever floats your boat. Fuck you. You scare me. Alright? You people scare me. So don't watch me, don't comment, don't tell me that you do stuff like that, or it's fine. It's not. It's disgusting.
I don't think I'm gleeful about anything. I don't think anybody should die. I don't think anybody deserves to die.
Right.
But you want to talk about gleeful? Look at the conservative response to Pelosi's husband when they broke in.
I can answer that.
Mainstream media figures
I can answer that.
I don't care.
I can answer that.
With all due respect, I don't care what your answer is.
Let me answer that.
The reality is that conservatives have been turning the temperature up on the rhetoric. They have been making fun of these types of events for years.
Oh, I see, Mr. Borelli. That's how it is it? They started it. Okay. Why didn't you say so? That's a perfect excuse to wish death on everyone who thinks differently than you do. Okay? Now, this is the thing about Mr. Borelli. I knew he was trouble when he walked in. When I saw him on the Lex Fridman show a couple of years back, I knew he was a bad egg just because of the way he passively aggressively behaves so, what's the word? Civilized. Right? You know, some people who are too civilized. When somebody starts arguing back at them, they go, okay. Go and watch him on Lex Fridman. It's a boring podcast, if ever there were one, right? Lex Fridman, they're like, but you can't say that. And then, you know, you get Mr. Borelli there like, oh, okay, sure, fine. Being all curt. What kind of a bitch does that? Defend everything. Defend what you say with passion. Have a soul. But of course you can't have a soul when you're a sexual deviant. A drugged up sex pest like Mr. Borelli is. Allegedly. I'm only joking. It's a joke. This is satire.
And now when something happens to them, now they're looking for sympathy from the liberal side? Absolutely not. It's insane. It's unhinged that you can conduct yourself in such a manner and expect people to feel sorry when things happen.
You know, I think it's taken me until my mid-30s to realize this, but some people feel absolutely no shame. You know the kind of shame you start to feel, the heat that comes like up the back of your neck when you're talking about something you know nothing about, or you feel like you're in the wrong. You say things that make you feel weak. That happens because you have a conscience. But some people, like Destiny, just speak really, really fast. They're very loquacious, quite eloquent, quite intelligent. Very intelligent, probably. But all he's doing is speaking fast and feeling no shame. Right? Let's just examine his logic there. This is me. I'm Destiny. All right? Imagine me sitting behind my masturbation desk, right? Gaming. In my late 30s. All right, his logic is this. There's lots of people on the right who didn't show enough compassion when Paul Pelosi got hammered by that rent boy in his house. So therefore, I, who think that who thinks that behavior is absolutely despicable, I can now laugh at a man defending his family getting blown to pieces at a Trump rally. That makes no sense. And the fact that he can say that and feel no shame and have no introspection at all is because he's a psycho. Allegedly.
Why should anybody on the right listen to a word of your hectoring and lecturing about how they should behave. And by the way, for the record, the mockery of Nancy Pelosi's husband when he was attacked by an intruder with a hammer was also despicable, right? I can see despicable behavior on all sides, and I'm happy to call it out when I see it. You, however, want to present yourself as this great kind of standard bearer of decency who sees outrageous behavior on the right time and again and is incensed by this disgusting, inhumane behavior. And yet time and again, since the attempted assassination of Donald Trump, you have displayed exactly the same kind of inhumane behavior. Fuck him about a fireman who is killed because he attends a rally of a guy he wants to vote for.
My issue with the MAGA kids is not that they are not empathetic. My issue is that they support a president that led an insurrection against the United States. I'm not here to tone police over their empathy.
80 million people voted for Donald Trump last time around.
That's great. 80 million people voted for a guy that tried to insurrect the government, and it looks like they might try to do it again. I mean, like, I don't know what you want me to say. These are the facts on the ground.
You know, it's funny that so many of these people, it feels to me like they're looking for an excuse to hate 80 million people, to laugh at the death of half of the population. You know, I honestly feel a lot of the time that people like this have an axe to grind.
The idea that
you don't like attacks on democracy. So presumably you would unreservedly condemn the attempted assassination of Donald Trump.
1 second while I search through my clips archive for the appropriate. Here we go.
Because that's one of the most egregious attacks on American democracy in modern times. Presumably,
I don't think that
you will take this opportunity, given you are so determined to protect the integrity of democracy, you would find it absolutely outrageous that someone has tried to assassinate a president, right?
If the other conservatives on this show want to...
What are the conservatives? Dave Rubin? Don't make me laugh. Or Blair White here. We don't know if it is Blair White, but I think it is.
I want to say that it was absolutely outrageous that Donald Trump attempted to coup the government.
What did the pigeon just say? Coup.
And beg for forgiveness or show sympathy to conservatives.
I'm not asking for that. I'm asking you to condemn what happened as an egregious attack on democracy. Can you do that?
No, I won't. No, I won't.
You can't do that. You see, so why the hell, frankly, Destiny,
absolutely not.
Why the hell should we listen to a word you have to say about...
Why do you think conservatives haven't been listening to a word that liberals have said about anything for 8 years?
Right. What are you kidding? The conservatives never listen to the liberals. Mr. Borelli! You fantastic moron!
Right, what do you think is going to change? You think if liberals come out now and they go, "Oh my God, this was so horrible," you think they're going to go, "Wow, that is true"? Maybe that should also like
Charlie. I'll bring you in at the end of it.
Charlie. So it wasn't Blair White. I apologize. I assume not a trans either. Well, with the name Charlie. Who knows nowadays, eh? AI's getting so good.
Of this, I promise you, and you'll get a good chance to respond. But here's my problem, Destiny, with your whole position on this, right? Is that you don't actually have anything inside you that you want the other side to have.
Except for all of the venereal disease. No, actually, he probably has STIs like as a badge of honor, doesn't he? Yeah, it's too cool for the conservatives. A rotting scrotum. It's probably, though, you know, people's minds. Morrissey, what was it? I want to catch something that I might be ashamed of. You see? That's Mr. Borelli.
You don't have any of the empathy. You don't have any sympathy. You don't care that someone tried to assassinate Donald Trump. You don't care that a young fireman with a family was killed in the process. You don't actually. You are not the person you want these other people to be. And all you do is play whataboutery with every question I give you. And I'm just startled.
It's not what about it. We're talking about Donald Trump. We're talking about the temperature of this country. But here's a question for the two panelists. What percentage of this event happening was due to Donald Trump's rhetoric? What do they think the answer to that question is?
What percentage could it be that the other side, as we've just heard from Dave Rubin, has spent 8 years calling Donald Trump the new Adolf Hitler, a person who was responsible for the murder of 12 million people, including 6 million Jewish people in a Holocaust. Last time I checked, Donald Trump hasn't murdered 12 million people. So much as you would like him to be the new Hitler, he's not. But again, to an impressionable young deranged mind who has easy access to guns, that can be easily interpreted as an existential threat, said President Biden. Somebody that needs to be put in the bullseye, said Biden.
Okay,
only last week. And guess what? Somebody then comes forward and tries to kill the existential threat.
Okay, all right. It's a cacophony at this point, isn't it? It's madness. It's just destiny trying to ramble over poor old Piers Morgan, who's frankly already served him a few, what do you call them? Tashkas. What do we call them in English? Gotchas. Gotchas, I call them. Anyway, I think that's about all you need to know for today. When I feel that you need some more information about the world, I'll make a new video. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Give me a like on this video if you've enjoyed it. Let the universe know, the algorithm know that this is a great video. You've had a great time. Share this all over your social media. Share it with everyone. Tell everyone about this. Tell Destiny. But make sure he knows it's satire and that, you know, you shouldn't be too litigious. Tell your sons and daughters. Tell your mothers and fathers. All right, we're done here for today. If you haven't subscribed yet, do so. If you want to get more videos like this and help out with the channel, check out the Patreon link in the description. And help me become a millionaire before the end of the year. All right, we're nearly there. We really are. All right, thanks. I'll see you in the next one.
No.